Oh my God. What's up, Mr. With Style? What's going on, my man? Long time no see. I see you doing your thing up there in Chicago, my man. How you gonna put that white girl on?
What?
You know what I said. I'm chilling, man. Chilling, still building. Still doing the same thing. I see you out there building as well, right? Get y'all some water because we about to kick it, family. It's about to go down. What's up? Delian? Shouts out. Come on, let's get this water so we get this conversation started. Shouts out to Kevin Sanchez. Come on now, we waiting for y'all. I'm looking for all my warriors, all my Nixon builders, and some elders. Come on in, like and share. We're gonna kick it. I got some important information for tonight. I'm gonna need your help because these proverbs are hard. Yeah, I'm trying, just got to do. Oh, bruh, practice. I've been doing it for so long, man. It's just like you got to do it. Don't wait. There's no secret method. You just got to do it. You got to do it. Get up, do the show, brother. Set a time where you get up and you do your show on a regular basis. You ain't got to do it 7 days a week like I do. Do your show. Do your show. All right, family. Tribal quotes. Music brought to you by Mansour Heru Amen Ra, also known as Mr. Deity. Sending him a message now. Let's build. It's a little bit shorter than I thought. I only got a couple of seconds and we're off. We're off. Here we go, family. Yo, I want to welcome you to Gye-Nyame Journey. Well, it's not radio. I want to welcome you to Gye-Nyame Journey. It's a Heart of a Summer production. Of course, this is the evening when we discuss the tribal quotes. Heart of a Summer production.
Where we strive to blow up your old paradigm.
That's right. G is in the house. Miss Gina G is in the house. Hold on. I want to make sure he get that message. All right. Oh my God. What's up, Miss Keisha? What's going on? Show tonight. Come on, let's talk. 614-556-4535. Come on the show. We about to kick it. I'm gonna need some help with these proverbs, man. They kind of got me saying I consider myself a good researcher. I consider myself somebody that could, but these proverbs are going to give me a problem. So I'm going to post up the number for anybody out there that is interested in assisting Brother Hatim doing some wisdom mining, because we're going to have to break through the shell of these proverbs. Really, 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 now, interested on my YouTube channel, or those that just want to cast and don't want to necessarily deal with the pictures. Gina, I do the showing off on the show, baby. You got to remind them sometime, you know what I'm saying? I do the showing off. She don't do the showing off, right? So I'm going to finish drinking my water, and I want to share some information with you, right? I'm out with the kids today, and I want to do some reading, and I basically went to sleep. Gina about to tell you that. I went to sleep.
Because we ate broccoli. It was poison food.
Mm-hmm.
And they got a right back to sleep.
Again, Gina, what was it? You gotta say it. You gonna talk.
He ate some poison food, and then when he went to my grandma's house, he fell to sleep again.
Not only did I fall asleep, I had nightmares. That's what I get for sitting down with my kids and trying to eat that food. That's what I get. So now, for those that don't understand, if you look at the call in, you either call in over your phone, or you could call, or you could type in over the internet. All right. Also, those that want to link to YouTube, you can also join us live on YouTube. We're there live right now. You know what I'm saying? Those of you that come on, I could possibly pull you on the screen as well. So then people will be able to hear you. Call lines are also open, so make sure that you call in, like and share with your friends, because the conversation is about to get deep. You know what I'm saying? We're going to struggle through this. We're going to do some wisdom mining. We're going to extract the wisdom from these proverbs, and we're going to change some lives here tonight, right? Now, one of the things that I wanted to do, my plan was to get away and do some reading, because I've been up in the house and I don't feel like going nowhere. I'm reading this right now. Of course, y'all know those that's been with me. You know, right now I'm reading through Issues of Manhood in Black and White, an incisive look into masculinity and the societal definition of African man, of the African man. Go ahead. And this one,
Black Power.
A moral, political, and economic imperative for the 21st century. I've been waiting for this book for a while. Finally got it. I'm going to be going through that. And of course, y'all already know, I don't even need to say it, we've been going through the African-American folklore. All right. So now, what you working on, Brother Hatim? First off, I'm looking at the importance of folk tales, the importance of myths, the importance of legends for us, the importance of proverbs for us, right? I honestly believe that our ancestors are communicating with us. Right? I call it crystallized wisdom. And it's just a matter of us digging down, getting it, cleaning it off, cutting it like a diamond, getting it to look good so that we can use it in this day and time. And it's just a matter of us doing that work. It's a matter of us getting dirty, both physically as well as metaphorically. You know what I'm saying? Getting dirty, getting down there and doing the work. I don't mind doing the work. So, first couple of chapters, I ain't even make it through the first chapter. But I'm reading a chapter. Well, actually, I'm still in the overview right now. All right. So let me share this with you, because I want, and those of you with kids, y'all might want to scoot up and listen up. This is from Amos Wilson. Woo, man. We must again look at the oppressive situation. Often when I go to conferences, educational, so forth, I see people diving directly into the discussion of the education of our children without discussing the context in which that education takes place. Listen, to waste tremendous amounts of time, children, if you don't look at the context in which a phenomena occurs. This happens all too often. Some of you may have heard me a few weeks ago on the Lloyd Strayhorn show. Now, this is old. You know what I'm saying? When we started to talk about why our children have problems in mathematics. I'll next appear on that show on the 3rd of December. I made the generalization that our children have problems in mathematics because they must, listen, they must have problems in mathematics. Is that my water? Oh, you doing too much.
No.
It is not merely a matter of whether they are able to learn math and all the things we are talking about. You have to look at what would the learning mean to European domination. What would the learning of technological thinking mean to the hegemony of the white man on the earth today? Establishment of a Black research libraries, the entry of African nations into a space race for real, African people, technological systems, and so forth, mean economically, politically, and militarily to Europeans. You have to start with that first. If you don't start with that, you miss the whole point of the deal. Family, late 80s, early 90s. This man died in the early 90s, right? But listen to the wisdom that he has left us. I feel it streaming through my body. Listen to what he's saying. The context of the education. Why aren't our children able to learn in the way that they need to learn? Because the education system is not designed for their success. It's not designed to bring the best out of them for their people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? It's sort of like having a fish in a school for monkeys. It don't work. Fish will, no matter how well you train the fish, they will never be able to jump through the trees like the monkey. You understand what I'm saying? And what he's saying is we don't understand the context of education, so it's hard for us to figure out why our children are not learning. It is natural. It is natural for people to want to do better. This is natural. What to understand is that the system that is in place is not designed for them to do better. It's designed to keep them trapped and locked where they are. Now, one more piece. This is from his chapter called Power of Words. Words are not mere means of communication. Words have histories. Words represent political experiences. Words represent political, military, and economic intentions. Words are the organizers of thinking and behavior. They're not mere means of sharing ideas, not by a long shot. Words are the means by which people manipulate each other's consciousness. And through the manipulation of their consciousness, their behavior, their vision, their perception, and the way they relate one to another. That's why you have to have very sound knowledge of words. Reviewed this book, have already talked to me about the words in the book, where you're going to have to wrestle with a little bit, but that's all right. With words, we are victimized with knowledge of words and words power. We've got to move beyond the linguistic level in which we operate now as a people. A great part of the oppression, I say that again, a great part of the oppression of our people occurs at the point of word usage. To recognize how language is used so that we'll learn how to use it as a tool and weapon against those who would dominate us as such. 1990s. Have we built up on this man's knowledge? No, because we are involved in educational systems that force us to become trained individuals to work against our own. This is why I got this show, family. This show is an educational show, and I know a lot of y'all. We sit down and we wrestle with the proverbs. We sit down, we wrestle folk tales. We sit down, we daily toast, and we wrestle with the concept of our ancestors, and we start building up a mental state in which we start looking for what it is we need to be successful as a people. Until we start looking for what it is that makes us successful, until we start designing systems that are designed to bring the best out of us for us. See, right now, the educational system is designed to bring the best out of us for others. We wonder why our children move away from mathematics and technological skills, because it does not fit into the paradigm that is shaped for us. This is why I always have my kids and I always say to blow up your old paradigms, because the old paradigms are what's keeping us locked in. Our ancestors left us clues, family. All we got to do is follow the clues. You can see it in the stories. Like, for example, for those that follow my work, I have a story called Lost Little Simba. What happens when you take a little Simba and you raise him as a sheep? What happens to an eagle when you raise the eagle as a chicken? And you confine the eagle to the lessons of being a chicken, or you confine the lion to the lessons of being a sheep. It don't work. That lion never be able to be a good sheep. Why? Because he's not, that hawk will never be a good, because he's not a chicken. You are not West Asian. I said again, you are not West Asian. And the only way that you're going to improve your life, the life of your people, and the life of the world is by you realizing who and what you are. Do you understand? This is the only way we can move forward. We got to take command of the education system in our community. If we can't get to school, then we need to get to schools on the weekends. After school program. We need to start getting teachers that are trained up under us. We need a curriculum that moves our children towards liberation, that leads our children towards freedom, that instills in them, because when they start seeing the needs of the people and they really start feeling the needs of the people, listen to me, I need y'all to feel me on this. When our children are able to see that our part of humanity is suffering, they're going to look for solutions. They're going to find solutions, and they're going to start creating things to move us to the next level. And this will benefit everybody first. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. We got to stop feeling guilty about wanting to do stuff for us. We got to stop playing with our words, trying to make everybody feel comfortable. See, because listen, there is no growth where things are comfortable. In meetings and make people feel uncomfortable, especially in meetings where people are giving away educational skills, financial resources. We need to be able to call people to task unapologetically. We don't need to apologize. You know what I'm saying? In the sense, the world, well, even in the sense, in reality, the world owes us a fucking apology. Trying to make everybody feel comfortable, make everybody feel, you know what I'm saying, feel like we're cool. No, family. No, we're not. You know what I'm saying? You can keep the few people that you done handed out some scrapes from the table. No, nigga, we want our table. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can have your table. We want our table. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you right now, black folks, once we set up our table, everybody gonna eat. So we got to be able to defend the table. See, because they didn't showed us this before. That's real life here, Gye-Nyame. That's real life. Look, That's real life here, Gye-Nyame. Real life. That's me. Go tell him to turn that down, baby. Now, so here we go. Here we go. So today, I'm struggling with these proverbs because I read them this morning and I was like, damn. And I got to get ready for the show tomorrow, right? You know what I'm saying? Get my neck loose. And make sure you're drinking your water. Make sure you're staying healthy. Now, be on the listen. Be on the listen because we're going to be doing some more events in Columbus. Major events in Columbus. So I need y'all to understand, to be willing to participate. We got to raise this dough so that we can make sure we have these cultural stabilizers going on. Real talk with the family. We can start getting people hungry because right now people are hungry. Right now people are hungry. They're like, oh, man, we just had Kwanzaa. They're hungry now. What are you going to feed them? You know what I'm saying? We got to get people involved. Get people involved. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because we got to get them involved in some real consciousness and keeping them awake. Because there's other people out there that's waiting to take advantage. So we're not providing that as a village here in Columbus. And you're not providing it in your city. You know what I'm saying? After the cultural stabilizers, you get 1, 2, 3, or 4 people that might want something. See, we don't need a lot. All we need is a critical mass. Here in Columbus, a critical mass is about 500 to 1,000 people. How do you know this, Brother Hakim? Because I've seen churches with about 1,000 people do some major building. Major building. You go and, like, for example, I ain't gonna say the church's name, but you go to this church, apartment complexes in the back of the church. They own all the land in one area. 1,000 people there. Small. Move to the big place. And there's other churches that's doing the same thing, family. Why can't we be doing something like that in the conscious community? On religion, y'all stay over where you are. But those that really want to do some building, it's time for us to start tribing out. And not just come together to sharpen our swords and intellectually masturbate, but come together to lay down plans so that we can move. Because we got to move to the next level of the game, family. We got to move to the next level of the game. It's not right. It's not right for us to be in a situation that we are in. It's not healthy for us to be in a situation we're in. I'm just saying, family. You know what I'm saying? It's our time. 2018, it's our time. The cycle is back around. Like it's like every 30 years we have awakening. We have awakening like every 30 years, and we have a quick slight thing. But right now, the cycle is moving us back to a point where it's time for people to start waking up. That was the last time it happened. And we have exactly 1 years. We got 1, maybe 2 years with technology the way it is. We might have maybe 7 to 8 months now. Now, real quick, family. I was there. I watched it. I watched it rise to a high, and then I seen it come crashing down, family. Now, I'm old enough to be able, when young people want to grab something, I got something for them to get. Do we have something that we could give our young people now? Do we have information that we can give our young people now? Do we have studies that we can give? Not just studies for the sake of studying, because Black folks, we got to get out of just studying for the sake of studying so that when we go to places, we can sound intelligent. We need to study for the sake of building. You got to understand, your enemy ain't coming together to talk about how intelligent they are. No, they're coming together to show what advancements they have made. Question you got to ask motherfuckers: what new developments, what new discoveries have you come across that you can use to help level? That's the game. How many followers you got on Facebook? Now how many people you got to listen? But what have you developed What have you researched that will move us to the next level? My specialty is folk tales. Is legends. Is the use of legends, myth, and story to move people forward. That's where my research is, right? Lightweight philosophy type thing. What is yours? You understand what I'm saying? There is no confusion with me and the stories. I understand their place. I understand how they need to be used for young people as well as old people. They're a weapon because they take words and they shape words into pictures in your mind. Isn't that hieroglyphs? Family, we are at a crucial point. We are at a crucial point past where the elder, I can't think of his name right now. He wrote White Labor, Black Labor, White Wealth. He wrote Powernomics. Claude Anderson. Elder Claude Anderson said years ago that if we didn't start handling business now, we'll be a permanent underclass. And I don't know about you, but I'm looking at my future right here in this room. They are back in the back talking while I'm talking. Yeah, right here, right now. I got one in Cleveland or somewhere in between Cleveland and Las Vegas. I got kids all over. And I do not desire to leave them. Do you understand what's meant when they say a permanent underclass? That means that no matter what you do, you will not be able to get up. And we're going to get to a point to be so hostile that nobody will ever hear our complaints. Never take pleas and our calls seriously, family. We got to be serious about it. There's no more playing. But it's still playing. I'm saying we're in a game of life and death. And we're not doing research. Or if we're researching stuff, we're researching information that can't and will not assist us. I understand the greatness of African history, but how, if you're researching it, how can the lessons from us now? You got to be able to connect the dots. It is not good for us to talk about all the shit we invented. What was the methods that they was using to invent? We're going to spark our children is to connect where we are as a people. Get them to feel it. Get them to feel the pain of possibly being on the losing side. Nobody like to lose. Up under our children so that they will move, master that mathematics, move to master that computer programming, move to master learning how to use the weapons of economics, you move to master use the weapons for us, you move to learn how to use the weapon of education, because a lot of us we think that the war is fought with guns. That is the end of war. That is the last resort of war. Generals never hit the battlefield, family. We got to understand that. You don't believe me? Open up the Art of War. It is the worst generals that have to go to war. He wrote the book. He wrote that book for the worst generals, because the good generals didn't need the goddamn book. These are the strategies. Once you fucked up as a general, these are the strategies to help you win the battle. Your shit. You hit the field of actual physical battle. You win it mentally. You win it economically. You win it socially. That's where we're being slaughtered. Yeah, we going to jail. Yeah, we being shot down the street. But Every last one of our children that's on this right now, and those of your friends, more than likely are being slaughtered every day when they go to those schools, especially if you are not involved in that school, especially if you just sending them there and you don't talk to the teachers, you don't check the teachers, you don't talk to the administration, you don't let them listen. My child needs to learn this and expand our history beyond that 30 days or that 27 days or that 28 days. Expand about themselves to 360. If you want to teach my children math, you want my child to get mathematics, they have to understand why mathematics is important to them as a people today. Shouts out to Jimmy P. King. Shouts out to Stephanie Jackson. Shouts out to Candace Johnson. Brother Cecil Ahad. Shouts out to Debbie Harrison. You listen, family, they're not playing with us and we got to get serious. Listen, I got brothers that I'm close with that are in jail right now serving dope man time, that came up with a brilliant business idea. Heard me. We ain't talking about somebody on the street selling dope. We talking about somebody that came up with a brilliant business idea. This is how they go to war with us. War with us. I'm saying laws are designed to preserve and protect the future of those that create the laws. Now I got a question for you, black folks. What laws did you create? On the books. Now let me tell you, and this is how you know that you're oppressed. Y'all ready? Get ready for this. Listen. If the education system, hold on, you're not oppressed. If the political system moves you forward, you are not oppressed. If the economic system moves you forward, you are not oppressed. If the social system is designed to protect you, oppressed. Now, black folks, all right, if the system of war is there to protect you, the system of policing is there to protect you, you are not oppressed. But I got a question for you, family. Do the laws support you and protect you? Does the educational system work for you? Does the political system work for you? Does the economic system work for you? If it does not work for you, guess what? You are oppressed. Shouts out to John Gibson. Shouts out to Yanib Ban Yas Harala. I guess I'm pretty good. Yanab. So family, we have a simple choice. We have a simple choice. And everybody that's listening to, because I do it at this time, because grown folks, I'm talking to grown folks right now. Don't get off the pot. If we don't get off our asses, we will leave dust for our children. Whether you got children or you got nephews, you got nieces, we are going to leave dust. And y'all can click off or you know what I'm saying? Y'all can shut it out. But the fact of the matter is, family, the system is not designed to work for us because we have not demanded that it does. We stopped demanding. The system, if we're going to exist in this, we have to demand and make it work for us because everybody else makes it work for them. Think about it. Think about it. Everybody else makes it work for them. You are old. But hey, let's get to these proverbs. Brother Shaka's in the house. Shouts out to Jimmy P. King. Y'all know that. Hey, thank you for sharing, liking and sharing because, hey, you know what I'm saying? It only I'm telling you right now, we could change Columbus with just 1,000 people. Just 1,000 people. Just 1,000 people. Just doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Tribing up. No, you know what I'm saying? And no tribes over 150 people. Once you get over 150, you gotta split it. Half go with one, half go with another, or half go with a council, another half go with another council. This is why. Because after 150 people, we no longer know people. It's harder for us to know people. So then I start dealing with people in an inappropriate fashion. We still could click up. We still can have a council. I feel the aggression in your voice. Your passion is real. Make me feel the love. Oh man, I can't. Hey, the love is there. Feel the passion. I mean, hell, passion can only be produced in love or hate. And I don't hate my people, right? Well, here we go, family. I heard a breath. Somebody on the line? Oh. Well, I guess at this point in time, I have to introduce my co-host. You know what I'm saying? So this is my co-host. Everybody give it up. The only Shaka Hazard.
How y'all doing?
Take your bow, brother. All right. So Shaka, I'm just going off because I just read so a piece from Dr. Amos Wilson. Dr. Amos Wilson. And we're about to get into these proverbs. And I'm glad you called in, man, because I was really kind of nervous because these proverbs today are real hard. Now, family, those that are just now joining the show, this is your first time on the show. The goal is to do what I call wisdom mining, where I honestly believe that in the folk tales, in the proverbs, there are many tools that we can extract and use to help us move to the next level. All right, family. So this is family time now. We're about to get into the discussion. Feel free to post your comments up, or you can call in at 614-556-4535. Or those of you that prefer to go to YouTube, you can go to youtube.com/Hatim, HA2TIM. I'm broadcasting live. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna chop it up. Either way, people gonna be able to hear you. But it's important, and I believe it's important that we have discussions like this without necessarily coming face to face and having the discussion focused so that we can keep all of the madness and fuckery down. Because this is, according to what Amos Wilson is saying, the system that we operate under has, in a sense, virus within us. I know I ain't read that, but listen, implanting a virus in us that moves and works to our disadvantage, and it feeds, it guides us to work towards our disadvantage. So we got to step away from each other sometime and use this technology so that we can have discussions and expose where the virus is in our life. I'm just saying, family, I know I got it, right? I know I got it. And I know I'm constantly working on it. I'm constantly getting up trying to slay that mug. You know what I'm saying? And my goal is to help become a mirror for you. Become a mirror for you. You know what I'm saying? So that you can see it in you. Or also you can call it out of me. Here are the proverbs of the day. Shaka, you got something you want to say today before I get started?
No, jump right into it, man. You know how I am.
All right, I'm pulling from Gye-Nyame Journey Workbook Tribal Quotes. I didn't write these. It's compiled by me. This is years and years of working with folk tales and proverbs. Now, the original name of the session was called What the Hell? Now, let me explain that. When I used to work with younger people, I used to do rehab. So to help them some of the addictive tendencies, I will put words from proverbs up. And one day a young person came in my room and he looked up on the board and he read and he said, "The hell is this?" I said, what the hell? So on my board, I kept on top, what the hell? I can't do that now because I work with two young people and it's a different situation. But the idea was what the hell? Because if the statement that is said makes you have to go in, what in the hell is this? If it forces you to ask that question, room for make some shit. It made room for us to have discussion. I'm able You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Time is a fluid condition which has no existence except in the momentary avatars of individual people. Proverb number 2. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. I think we might have did that already. It's nen.
We did.
The tears in your eyes do not blind you. That's from Togo, a place in Africa for those that don't know. All right. So Shaka, if you would pick a number from 1 to 3. It's on you.
We'll start off with number 3.
Tears in your eyes do not blind you. I'm gonna let you start this time. You know what I'm saying? Don't be shy.
Well, what is it that brings tears to our eyes?
Uh-oh. See, that's
when you think of the depths causes us this emotional outbreak where our chemical reaction to release so that we in the souls of who we are find comfort and anything else but resolve. Be tears of joy, tears of sorrow. Something in that moment, the time and space, the vibration that will always and forever take you back to that place.
Okay. You kind of laid back today, man. I'm about to get on this one. That much problem. Do not blind you. I'm just typing it up here. I ain't gonna be able to type all of them up here because Togo.
Hey, so dig it.
Go ahead.
You know, when you are taken back to this place, it reminds you of that part of the process. What was the state of or the condition of your heart during that process? Sometimes it's a song that takes you right back to that place. Sometimes it's the scent of a stranger's perfume that takes you right back to her or that place. You understand? And when you are called to see that, the tears from the original moment and the revisiting, it's clarity. Because then that's the place that you've been running from or been running to.
All right, man. You gonna leave it there?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
The tears in your eyes do not blind you. Regardless of whether we got tears of joy, or tears of sorrow, or tears of pain, the tears are not stopping you from taking action. If you have tears of joy, the tears are not stopping you from embracing that which is bringing you joy. The tears do not stand in your way. When you're in pain, the tears do not stop you from rising up and pushing whatever is causing the pain off of you. The tears are not there to stop you. The tears are an expression of something else. The tears are not the cause. The tears are not the thing that is causing them. So the tears are not the chains that hold you back. A lot of us, we cry and we don't do nothing. Pain and we cry and we don't do nothing. And just because I'm crying doesn't mean that it's necessarily actual tears in my eyes. But a lot of us allow the concept of the tears moving forward in our life, stop us from moving forward as a group. The complaining, that's crying, that's tears. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because tears don't just have to be the liquid in your eyes. They could be the words that's flowing off your mouth, just the complaints. What are you doing to change the situation or to embrace the situation so that you can bring some resolution? The tears do not stop you from seeking and finding the resolution. The tears does not stop you from finding and stopping what's causing the pain. The tears does not stop you from moving from a painful situation. The tears do not stop you from embracing that which you love. You got to stop using these phony excuses. You know what I'm saying? That keep us stuck. When we want to make improvements in our lives, our ancestors have already laid it there. You know what I'm saying? The tears do not stop you. It's not the tears in your eyes. They do not blind you. That means if you're blind, that means you can't necessarily see what's physically in front of you. Right? Stopping you from being able to locate the problem or locate the source of the joy so that you do that. Many of us stop. Many of us stop with the suffering. Many of us just stop dead because we allow the tears to blind us. We use the tears as an excuse. The excuse to justify why we don't move. Those are tears that are blinding us. It's not the excuses that's stopping you, family. It's not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? When you are in battle, like for example, it's like with sports, man. Involved in a serious game, regardless of what it is. And you could be losing, you could be in pain, you could be crying, but if you want to be in the game, you are going to fulfill your job. If you want to win, you are going to push it. Tears. And we got to start, if we're going to start living life, we got to look at life like we're going for the goddamn championship. This is your only chance, family. You going for the championship. And this is the question. Are you going to allow the tears to blind you from being able to bring home the trophy? And many of us live our life like this. We stuck. And all I'm saying is, tears, as the answers say, the tears in your eyes do not blind you. That means they don't stop you from acting. They don't stop you. And I'm just saying, family, we got to push up beyond the tears. We got to push up beyond the pain. We got to find what's causing the pain and snuff it out. Do you understand what I'm saying? And like I said, family, and it's going to take being uncomfortable. It's going to take us working with people we might not like. It's going to take us being put in very, very dangerous and very, very uncomfortable positions. But when you're talking about, like I said at the beginning, we don't necessarily want to sit at the table. We want to build our own goddamn table. We'll build our own table with your money. You don't want to sit at that table? You're going to help finance us building our, yes, you are. You're going to finance this table. You could cry tears of pain when they coming at us. Because they're going to come at us. They're going to bring up all types of shit. They're going to bring out all types of shit. But the thing we got to understand is, family, if we won't change, we can't be comfortable. Change and comfort do not go hand in hand. Others, they're not even friends. And a lot of us, we want change, but we want to be comfortable. Shaka, how much change had come in your life when you was comfortable, man? Anybody out there?
Not much.
Anybody out there right now? Anybody out there? Somebody type in and prove me wrong. Change coming to your life when you was comfortable. I'll wait. Now, Shaka, if you got something to say, you better get it in right now, my man.
I'm with you.
Oh, he waiting. You know what I'm saying? Change and comfort cannot occupy in time. Many of us just want to be comfortable. Family, listen to me. Right now. This is what's constantly on my mind. Right now, we're comfortable, but we see them doing tax changes. We see them. I mean, listen. We see. He said, Jimmy P said he waiting too. Listen, we see. We see tax changes coming down the pipe. We're gonna see programs getting cut off. To be in a lot of pain, family. It's a strong possibility that you know what I'm saying, that this is not gonna work out for the best for us. A lot of pain. And the good part about that is that enough of us will realize that the only way change is gonna come is through pain. It's through suffering. Uncomfortable. Until I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, I will not bring the change to my life. The motivational speaker that said that, and I'm saying it to us as a people, family. Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? I mean, listen, I'm so glad that I ain't seeing those videos no more. But for a whole summer, and after a black man being televised over and over and over again, being murdered. Then we look at the lesser. We forget about the major thing that's going on. We got black folks being jailed for the fact that they can't afford the damn tickets. Anybody know somebody out there? Or we got black folks being jailed because they can't afford the lawyer. The bottom line is we have been priced out of America, and we are comfortable when all of us are one accident away from being shoved into prison. One accident from being broken because we got to pay medical bills. One, and the wealth of this country is built on your back. One. See, this is why, like I said, I would love to move to Ghana, but I'm not. Because I'm old. I'm gonna get mine. We need to get what's owed to us. We need to be like Riley when he was talking. Those that ever watched Boondocks, when in the first season, when I think it was the first season, Riley was chasing down Santa Claus. You gonna pay me what you owe? That type of mental, you gonna give me what you owe? And we have to be bold enough to start saying this shit. We're old. You know what I'm saying? The wealth of America, and this is what a lot of us don't want to accept. I want you to look at this, family, and do the history yourself. Wealth is built upon the bones of your ancestors. We was picking cotton, or we was out of markets. I want you to understand. It was economics, political, social, educational, warfare. And it has not stopped. And a lot of tears to blind us, family. We got to push through. If this means keep the schools open, we find a way to do it. If it means that we have to do schools on Saturday so we can start educating our children, and when I say educate, I'm not just talking about teaching them to spell it. I'm talking about teaching them to love me. Because this is what inspired, because the man in all this, think about this. Think about you really felt, well, everybody, because this ain't meant, think about the first time you really fell in love with something. Think about how creative come to get with that person. And I want you to transfer that feeling to what your people need. We are able to put this love people into our children. We talk about the children of hip hop. We talking about, huh? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
Oh no, go ahead. I'm with you. You just, you know.
Because now, according to because I read Amos Wilson at the beginning, and I know a lot of y'all missed that, but I'm gonna repeat it, and then we'll come back to the Proverbs. I'm reading real quick. This is issues.
I got something to.
Hold on. Let me read the title and I'll let you go. Issues of manhood and black and white look into masculinity, definition of African man. Go ahead.
Say that again.
Oh, I said it too fast. The picture is up on. Look on the camera. Can you see it? Issues of manhood, black and white. Incisive look into masculinity and the societal definition of African man. This brother wrote this in the 90s.
Okay.
Now, check out what he said about the education system. Just real quick. We must again look at the oppressive situation. Often when I go to conferences, educational, and so forth, I see people diving directly into the discussion of the education of our children without discussing the context in which that education takes place. You're going to waste tremendous amount of time and destroy your children if you don't look at the context in which the phenomenon occurs. This happens all too often. Some of you may have heard me a few weeks ago on the Lois Strayhorn show. This brother passed away. This is in the 90s, so this is old. When we started to talk about why our children have problems in mathematics, listen. Our next appear on that show on the 3rd of December. Realization that our children have problems in math because they must have problems in mathematics. 1990s, think about that. Have problems in mathematics because they must mathematics, because we got to understand that the cultural framework that has been designed, that we lived in, is designed for the upliftment of only one group of people. So our children must in mathematics do bad with technical thinking. They must. This is why, if we're going to have our children in these schools, we have to supplement what our children getting. We got to make sure that we energize them with the love of their people, because it was the love of the people that drove somebody like Amenhotep to be able to create the first pyramid. It was the love that pushed somebody like Menace to be able to change the direction of the Nile. It was the love of our people that got somebody like George Washington Carver to be able to take the peanut and make it a major crop. It was the love of our people that drove Marcus Garvey to build the biggest organization. It was the love of our people that got somebody like Frederick Douglass to get to where he got and to do the work. It was the love of our people that kept Harriet Tubman moving and coming back for us. It was the love of our people that got somebody like Sojourner Truth to talk about it. Our people that moved Malcolm X, that moved Martin Luther King. And what happened to the love of the people? We are no longer able to instill it. Why? Because our children are under somebody else's control and they are being taught that everything is okay. See the tricks that's coming for them. They don't understand the importance of numbers. What is the importance of numbers to our people? I just had Brother Kwame. He did his Sabe and showed the connection of mathematics to our people, and he showed why mathematics is important and how it helps you think. Why? This is why, see, our children imitate us. This is why our people, as far as educationally, because the education system is not designed to pull that love out. For theirs to do. Because when they go to school, they're hearing about their triumphs. They're hearing about their victories. They're hearing about their stuff. Like my wife right now, she's taking the test to become an American citizen. You know the only thing? It's two things that's mentioned about African Americans in our whole damn test. Slavery. Slavery and Dr. Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
This is what immigrants that look like you, when they come in the country, this is what they think. What's being instilled in them. I want you to look at all other groups. When the reason that the Chinese are able to get their children to excel in mathematics, Chinese are naturally smart in mathematics. They have a love for who they are. They have a love for their people. And it's deeper than just having a historical connection. That's part of it. But it's deeper than that. They have a genuine love affair. In order for me to be able to uplift my love, I have to be able to do this. Brothers, many of y'all done went out and got jobs when it wasn't possible for you to get a job to keep a relationship. When you was in
But
love.
see, that's the process, though.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
That's the process. That's the process. You know, it's the action behind love. You understand? And that's why I, even in the process, break down the particular aspect of love that's essential in movement. The duality of acceptance and ambition, learning one's very essence and lasting on virtuous elevation, being able to have that center of love so that we understand truly that selflessness is our liberation, because there's no way in the world that you can ever do something for someone else without benefiting the self. There's no way in the world to do so.
But I let me say this, because this is one of the things I was struggling with for a long time. And I may need correction on this. I look at the laws of Maya. Righteousness, reciprocity, balance, order, and harmony. I look at the principle of the Nguzo Saba. Mojo Kuchaglio Jimo Jamania Kumbanimani. I look at the Hermetic laws. I look at the principal systems of all these people. And one of the things that I think may be plaguing us, and this is probably where a lot of y'all may disagree, practice them from the outside in. And what I mean by this is that we apply those principles to everybody prior to applying them to ourselves first. And when I say selves, I'm not talking about this ego that's been developed, this ego that was created, you know what I'm saying, that we exist in. But we need to exercise those principles without a doubt. And I think that's part of the problem, because we become so universal with our message, we become so universal with our love, that we feel bad when we have to exclude people. It's not that I don't have love for all humanity, but I love mine first. And I know for some people that's uncomfortable to say, but everybody else loves theirs first. I don't, you know what I'm saying? That by me teaching my children to love themselves and love their people, will they be able to benefit humanity? I mean, and that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of us practicing justice with everybody else before we practice justice within our homes, with ourselves. With everybody else, we be honest with everybody else, but we lie to each other like it's easy. It's just easy. And I think a lot of those principles and that love, we have to bring it home first. It has to start at home first, because if it don't, then everybody else will take advantage of it. Love. We showed the love, we showed the world how to forgive, and they still spit in our face. I'm like, that's time.
Right. It's no, time. I mean, in real time, it's happening, Ajahn. It's like, you know, as I have accepted my role, my position in this universe, like, it is my responsibility to write it. It is my responsibility for my children to understand it. My daughter Diamond and my son Pharaoh. It is important for them to understand it takes to protect and maintain something sacred in our houses. And a lot of us, we don't know what that feels like. We haven't been charged with that electric energy of what is it? When everyone in the room is feeling the same euphoric energy, contributing to it. You understand? When they experience, once again, when they experience it, Hatem, but that's totally relevant to our dilemma as man. Especially since you started off the program talking about time and space. You know, I've written this piece, a story actually, a sci-fi story, and just one small excerpt I want to share with you regarding that. Starts off with, a time traveler's greatest feat is not proving that he exists, but convincing you why he exists before it's too late. Time and space are man's dilemma. They are what anchor him into this mortal realm. He cannot willfully defy these laws, nor the principles, for there lies the most substantial gift to mankind. Truth. Found himself aligned with truth. He is limitless, for he is no longer confined within the self by selflessness. In all his relations, he is seated, the vessel that moves with the winds of change like a pulse. Life. He dwells within consciousness, bouncing between extremes. Light of the mind.
You wrote that?
I did.
That's beautiful. All right, Jimmy P. King says you can't teach someone something you haven't done. Haven't done is called preaching, and I don't preach. Shouts out to Naichi. I see you on the line, my brother. All right, hey, shouts out to Jimmy P. King. I hear you. I hear you. See, and it's like we can't. We have to bring the principles home. That's all I'm saying. Home. You understand what I'm saying? And then start expanding outwards with it. It start inside and allow it to flow out. I have to get all of us, because I keep on trying. In each city, all we need is a critical mass. That's it. All you need is a critical mass.
Yeah.
Because people are followers. And once you start establishing yourself as leaders, and we start harnessing this energy, right? This thought energy, and we start coming up with creative solutions and working them where we are, right? We're doing things like Kwanzaa, and we're taking them to another level. We're doing things like Juneteenth, and we're taking them to another level. We're taking these cultural stabilizers, and we're using them to move people to another level, to enlighten, right? People start feeling the love, and they'll start. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I remember back in the day, you know, you seen one person with the Africa sign, and you look around, you see another person with the Africa sign, and you see another person with Africa sign, and then it's that fourth one or that fifth one, and then next thing you know, everybody got the Africa sign or the X sign, or now they doing the T-shirts and they trying to outdo each other. When we come into consciousness, we're old enough to know how to make it stick. That shirt. As a matter of fact, give me that shirt. Give me that. Till you show boom, boom, boom. See, because people be looking, you know what I'm saying? Some people, and you got to find those true ones, because it's some people that just want to look the part, who want to live the part. And those are the people that we have to start acting. Now, since you read that piece about time and space, I'm going to let you have number one. Super deep on us and shit. I'm going to give you number one so that you go and break this down. Fluid condition existence except in the momentary avatars of individual people.
You without time and space, Hot Tim.
I'm God. You say without time and space? Without time and space, I'm back to who? Because in order for me to be the way that I'm doing right now, I needed to create time and space. When there's no time and space, there's only one. Right now, because there's time and space, I'm able to be this individual, separate from everything else. I'm sorry, but go ahead. Me. That's me on this coffee and this ambrosia. You wasn't ready for that shit. You wasn't ready for that shit. But go ahead.
Even, but dig this, man. Listen. When my son turns 18, and he looks back, and he starts to get like royalty checks from work that I've done, and he looks back at the lyrics back of his head, he will start putting the story of the same lullabies that I've written him in the context to the lyrics of the songs, not just to teach him where he's come from, but to be able to teach and inspire others through his work. Fast, just one small verse of a lullaby that I wrote for him, because everything you're talking about, our instruction, taking us back to that existence in time and space. Through these lyrics, you'll be able to time travel. Inspired me to write it in the first place. So it goes like this. Now, did you know your father was a shamanistic warrior from the hands of those who wanted to destroy you? I tried tarnishing your soul so they could profit from these systems of control. Now, child, you know your eyes shine light into my dark. Born into this world, you are just like a shooting star. To provide and to protect is the reason I'm living. Your innocence and peace have refuge here, blessing.
Hold on.
My son will be reminded the lyrics.
Dude, listen. We need to go on and create an album of black lullabies that parents could play for their children as they're going to sleep. That shit was hot. Let's give them a round of applause, goddamn. That was hot. That shit was hot. Straight to the shit. Stories take too goddamn long. I gotta record my daughter like, no, don't play that again. Don't play it again. Nah, well, I'm sorry, baby. You got to listen. When I was little, I had them listening. And I don't want to listen to that shit no more. Dad, that was tight, dude. That might be the venue for us, because putting stories, original stories on them, that's dope. That was dope. But now we're going to finish with the proverb, because we're about to shut this down, because we've been going for.
All right. So I'm fluid with another piece, because they're both on the punchline. So you tell me, or let me get a consensus. Do you want it in song, or do you want another part of the story? Because this song right here,
that's what you do. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? My toes. Now we about to beef. I do the stories around here, man. I'm just joking. You go. I mean, let me do it. Let me say it this way: do it the best way that's gonna reach the people. If it's story form, do it. If it's song form, do it. All right?
Right on. So in all the same vein, understand where I'm coming from. This is our future for us to be able to survive beyond the shift. The world, everyone and everything has ancestry. As we today stand together as the legacy of man, we are beings of light. Force guides us towards our destiny. We, like the world around us, for potential energy. It is our nature to contribute to this world as much as we consume. We are all blessed with the sacred breath of life. Our soul touch lingers, sentiment, our imprint cast into every instant, in time and space, evidence of our existence. All created in the likeness of our Creator. It is our soul force, our light, the emotional sentiment behind every expression and every choice we create. We are all, the mysteries of the world are constantly revealing. We are discovering new heights in the potential of man, new abilities that were dormant only in our ignorance. We must accept that as a species, as we are guided out of an age driven by fear, we must embrace the faith that brought us here. Our soul force, greatest love known to man. Our Creator is so magnificent that He has already furnished the universe with answers to questions we have yet to fix our minds to ask. Key to righteousness, right questions, not those conceived in our mind, but in our hearts. Be one with greatness. And remember, as we move about the caverns of this new world, it's inevitable. But evolution is optional. It is what distinguishes our intelligence from our enlightenment, our adversity from our advancement, from the dead.
You got that in the song?
No.
All right. So now, time is a fluid condition which has no existence except in the momentary avatars of individual people. I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna move. Condition which has no existence except in the momentary avatars. Now, we talk about when we do the daily toast and I do the libations. We pour for the past, we pour for the present, future. And I always try to remind people, nothing but the present. You are always active in the present. And the present is here for you as an individual to use to build towards something greater. Waste your moments despairing about the past or fearing the future and building. You are robbing the legacy of your children. You are robbing that light that I think Shaka was talking about. You're covering that light when you waste these moments, because in these moments is where our power is. Every incident in our life, every problem that you ever had always happened in your present. It never pops up to you from your past. It never pops up to you from your future. It's always in your now. That's where your power is. Now, as an enemy, to either get you caught up in the past or get you caught up in the future. And while you are caught in between those, I will whoop your ass. Individuals in battle that are focused and understand that they are on the battlefield. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about what you did in the past. I'm not worried about what you did in the present. I ain't even worried about what you're doing now because I'm fully here. Most of us, we're not the moment. We're not experiencing time is a fluid condition which has no existence except in a momentary avatar. We are not experiencing. We chose to come here, family. Here. See, a lot of us, we want to act like we hostages. We want to act like we're victims to life. But Muslims chose to come here. Chose to come here. You might as well get what you came to get. That is by waking up in this moment. In this moment, realize the power that you have in this moment. It might seem minuscule to you, but there's somebody in a worse condition than you are right now. And what you have right now in this moment change your life, but change everybody's life. Now, I'm about to get up out of here because I don't want to hold y'all beyond our time. I try to keep it down to 60 minutes, but we went over, and I am about to say I'm out. Gye-Nyame Journey. I want to send shouts out to Brother Shaka for calling in. Next time y'all call in, 614-556-4535. Y'all continue leaving kind. If you have ancestors to salute, means post them up because I toast the ancestors every morning. Hold on. Somebody got a comment on that one. Let's see. It says, I feel like time is created for an individual when decisions are implemented. Our focus determines future, and our accomplishments and failures live in the past, making us creators, a God in the person. See more. The time cycle. Hold on. Go ahead, brother. I like this. We got a real writer here. He lives in the past, making us a creator, God in the present, affected by both. Time is a tool to build a decision, closing the loop on time, the time cycle. Go ahead, dude. Go ahead. All right, so shouts out to Jimmy, brother Jimmy. He gonna have to get the round of applause for that one. But yo, after this, we out, family. Peace out, shot. My daughter requested this song.
Honoring
so
those
we go out
who
on
made
next.
the sacrifice, those who died,
Yeah,
those whose bones lie deep in the Atlantic Ocean, those ancestors stolen from the motherland and taken to another land. We honor you. I say, those freedom fighters like Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, Mary Bethune, Nat Turner, and the thousands of others who fought, who bled, who died. I say, we honor those, the unknown warriors, whose names we don't know, who fought, who bled and died for freedom. As we pour and we say, I say. We honor the unborn children who will continue the legacy of sacrifice, who will fight in honor of those who fought the fight. I say. Join the fight. Join the fight and continue to honor those who fought, who bled, and who died. I say. We pour libations and honor those who fought the fight. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, stay in the fight. Fight with all your might. Take the time to honor those who fought Marcus, Malcolm, Martin, Turner. I say, get up, stand up. I say, stay in the fight. Fight with all your might. Take the time to honor those who fought the fight. I get up, stand up. I say, get up, stand up. I say, stay in the fight. Fight with all your might. Take the time to honor those who fought the fight. Marcus, Malcolm, Martin, Harriet, Bethune, Turner.
I just wanted y'all to know that my children love this song, but listen to the lyrics of this song.
Get up, stand up. I say, get up, stand up. I say,
They like what we like.
take the time to honor those who fought the fight. Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up.
All right, family, we out.
Get up.
Yeah, you get the tablet in a second. Let me turn it off, please.